العلم أشراف مطلوب وطالبه لله أكرام من يمشي على قدم. العلم نور مبين يستضيء به أهل السعادات والجهال في الظلم.
طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. What is khabar? A sentence that can be true or false. طيب, who's going to memorize it? Who's memorized it in Arabic? Huh? Emotional? Oh, something that is what? Permissible? That you can what? Or that you can believe or disbelieve in. Excellent. Khabar. Huh? Huh? ما يمكن أن يوصف بالصدق والكذب. لذاته. Excellent. لذاته. Why لذاته? What does that exclude? طيب, مثلا, give me an example. طيب, okay.
So that is some of the
نعم, there's no احتمال.
The second one is what's being said. لا يمكن عقلا وشرعا. لا يمكن تصديق عقلا وشرعا.
Excellent. So that goes back to the khabar was of three types. So khabar is ma yumkinu, it is what is possible, and yusaddaq or yukadab. It's permissible to say it's true or it's not true. We split it into three types. What were they? ما لا يمكن أن يوصف بالصدق ما لا يمكن أن يوصف بالكذب. It is not permissible to describe it with kadhib. It is not permissible to say it can be described with kadhib. What is the second one, sisters?
Unless you can prove that intellect then says otherwise. So this rule is smaller, it's bigger than...
نعم. So that's the second one. ما لا يمكن أن يوصف بالصدق. It is not possible to say it is true. أحسنت. And the third, ما يمكن أن يوصف لا صح صدق. It's not possible to say it's true. Huh? No, she meant obviously to say that this room is bigger than this center. And the third one is that which, when you look at the actual khabar in of itself, it's possible to say it is true or it is not true. When you actually look at the wordings itself. طيب, insha is what? Insha.
So it's established, something that's established that you can't, so it's...
What is a definition or explaining of insha? What is insha?
Something you can't describe as lie. Something that you can't describe as truth or lie.
Okay, something that you can't describe as true and false. You had someone said it in Arabic as well. ما لا يمكن أن يوصف بالصدق والكذب. طيب, it's not possible to say it's true or it is false. Who can give me an example? Huh? Amar, i.e. Ijlis, sit down. النهي, stop. استفهام. الذهبت إلى المسجد. النداء يا أيها المسلمون يا أيها الناس. All of these are insha. They are command or a prohibition or istifham, a question. You can't say to someone that's asked you a question, you're telling the truth. So sadaqt. صح? And you can't tell someone that's commanded you to do something that you have to stand. You can't tell someone that's commanded you to do something, you can't say you've told the truth. طيب. The next masala that the Shaykh talks about, rahmatullahi alayhi rahmatan wasi'a, he says, نعم وقد يكون الخبر وقد يكون الكلام خبرا إنشاء باعتبارين كصيغ العقود. The next masala is the Shaykh is saying rahimahullah that khabar can be when you look at certain words or certain kalam, it can be khabar from one aspect and insha from another aspect. And he mentions صيغ العقود. صيغ العقود, the wordings that are used for buying and selling. So bi'tuka kada. Bi'tuka. So when you say bi'tuka and the other person says qabilt, I sold this to you, and he says I accept. From one angle, it is khabar. It is khabar because he is telling you. Sah? Lakin from one angle, it is also insha. It is also insha. مثلا, the khabar, the fact that he's selling it to you, that can go back to true or false. You can say, no, you haven't sold it or not. Lakin when you look at the actual aqd itself, the buying and the selling, you can't say it is true and false. It is something which is insha. It will take place what? As soon as the aqd, as soon as you buy and you sell. طيب. The next mas'ala, which is more important than this one, is وَقَدْ يَأْتِي الْكَلَامُ بِصُورَةِ الْخَبَرِ وَالْمُرَادُ بِهِ الْإِنشَاءُ وَبِالْعَكْسِ لِفَائِدَةٍ. So we said, قُومُوا إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ, or يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ. That is what? النداء, and it is insha. صح? The Shaykh is saying sometimes insha can come and it means khabar, and the opposite. Sometimes a khabar can come and it means the opposite, which is what? Insha. Lakin not for the sake of it, lakin لِفَائِدَةٍ, for a certain benefit, like emphasis, when you put an emphasis on something. And the Shaykh will mention the examples. He says, rahmatullah alayhi, مِثَالُ الْأَوَّلِ, the mithal of the first one, meaning what? Something coming as a khabar, when you look at it is a khabar, but it is in reality a command. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, or He mentions, قَوْلُهُ تَعَالَى وَالْمُطَلَّقَاتُ يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ ثَلَاثَةَ قُرُونَ. What does that mean? وَالْمُطَلَّقَاتُ, the women that have been divorced, يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ ثَلَاثَةَ قُرُونَ. Their waiting period, or the time that they are in their iddah, is what? 3 haids or 3 tuhurs, depending. طيب. What is this verse? When you look at it, is it a khabar or is it an insha? Who says it is a khabar? Put your hand up. 1, 2. Who says it's a khabar? 1, 2. Is لا ظاهر, خلي ظاهر, leave ظاهر alone. خبر والمطلقات يتربصن بأنفسهن ثلاثة قروء. The divorced women, they shall wait, their iddah should be 3 quru, whether it's tahara or... What is this? Is this a khabar or insha? Huh? هداكم الله جميعا. May Allah guide you all. يقول الشيخ ابن عثيمين وقد يأتي الكلام بصورة الخبر. It can come in the surah of a khabar. والمراد به, you haven't got it yet, 1 second, we haven't reached محل الشاهد. والمراد به الإنشاء, and the intention behind it is insha. والعكس. مثال الأول, the example of the first, where something comes in the surah of a khabar, lakin what is meant is an insha, is the قوله تعالى والمطلقات يتربصن بأنفسهن ثلاثة قروء. So is this a khabar or an insha? Who says it's a khabar? Jazakallah khair. What's your kunya? Quran. Atiya. طيب. Why did I give her a mark and I didn't give you guys? Because it is not something that I expect her to know already. Lakin she's following the matan of the Shaykh. The Shaykh clearly says it to us. Mithal al-awwal, the first the example of the first one. It comes in a surah of khabar. So Allah is informing us that the women that have been divorced, they shall wait how long? 3 quru. طيب. Lakin, is that what is meant by the ayah? Is Allah informing us? It is a what? It is a amr. It is a amr. It is a command. أي يتربصن or ليتربصن. Let them have or let them wait 3 quru, 3 tuhur or 3 haid. So that is a command. Is that understood? So when you look at it, the surah, it's like Allah is informing us. Lakin in reality, it is a what? It is a command and Allah Jalla wa Ala is telling us. Sah? طيب. The Shaykh mentioned earlier on in the matter, لِفَائِدَةٍ. What is the fa'ida here?
Can I just give a little example that's something like
تفضل.
that we kind of understand? It's like someone saying that doesn't belong there. What they mean is don't put that there.
نعم, it can be. Or مثلا, like for example, and go and do it then. Go and do it then. What does that mean? If someone's saying, I'm going to go and do it then. Or if he stands up, I dare you stand up. Stand up. When he's saying stand up to you, does he mean, what does he mean? Is he like, what is he saying? So he means something else. If you stand, then obviously, you know. So it means something else. So Allah Jalla wa Ala, this is a tawqeed or ta'keed, both can be used. Tawqeed is afsah. This is emphasizing that it is as if they've implemented that, they've applied it to the extent that it is as if there is a sifa for them. That every time a man divorces a woman, it is normal for them to sit 3 months or have their waiting period for 3 months, mathalan. It has become a sifa, an attribute that they're known for. So that is emphasis, that is a tawqeed. There's another verse similar to this, وَكَذَلِكَ قَوْلُهُ تَعَالَى وَالَّذِينَ يُتَوَفَّوْنَ مِنْكُمْ وَيَذَرُونَ أَزْوَاجًا يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ أَرْبَعَةَ أَشْهُرٍ وَعَشْرًا. Exactly the same. يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ أَرْبَعَةَ أَشْهُرٍ وَعَشْرًا. Exactly the same. And this is more baligh or ablagh. This gets to the point more and shows more of a command than if Allah was to say Jalla wa Ala, let the women wait 4 months. So let the women wait 4 months. And in this verse where Allah is telling us they're going to wait 4 months, which is more ablagh, which is more to the point? This one. So let alone doing it, it's something that they've done and it's something that they're used to now and it's something that they take as a normal hukum. طيب. Also another example, وَالْوَالِدَاتُ يُرْضِعْنَ أَوْلَادَهُنَّ وَالْوَالِدَاتُ يُرْضِعْنَ أَوْلَادَهُنَّ وَالْوَالِدَات, the women that are breastfeeding, يُرْضِعْنَ أَوْلَادَهُنَّ حَوْلَيْنِ كَامِلَيْنِ. يُرْضِعْنَ. When you look at this verse, what does it show? What is it? خبر or إنشاء? It looks like a what? A خبر في صورة إنشاء. لا خبر. يُرْضِعْنَ. It is a khabar. This is a khabar. لا عفوا. It is a command بصورة خبر. بصورة خبر. It is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like when you look at it, the surah that it has is a what? نعم, it's a khabar. Exactly like the last one. The last example. طيب. Also you can say قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة is what? خبر. لكن أي قوموا للصلاة. The meaning is قوموا للصلاة. Or it can be said the meaning is قوموا للصلاة. So that is the first example. صح? Then the Shaykh says رحمه الله ومثال العكس, and the مثال of the عكس, the opposite is what? والذين كفروا للذين اتبعوا سبيلنا نحمل خطاياكم. نعم. And the opposite is وقال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا اتبعوا سبيلنا ولنحمل خطاياكم. ولنحمل. That is the محل الشاهد. That صيغة in the Arabic language is a what? It's a command. وَلْنَحْمِلْ خَطَايَكُمْ. So when you look at it, it looks like an insha, صح? لكن in reality it is what? It is a khabar. طيب. Okay, let's move on to the next class, inshallah. Now, this part, Haqiqah and Majaz, it is not directly connected to Usul al-Fiqh. It is not directly connected to Usul al-Fiqh. Lakin, many of the fuqaha or the Usuliyyu, they mention it, so obviously the Shaykh mentions it. There is one benefit, or there is a benefit, and he'll mention it towards the end, inshallah. Al-Kalam, from another angle, is Haqiqah and Majaz. طيب. Kalam, this chapter, this part that we're going to study inshallah, the Shaykh rahimahullah is going to divide Kalam from another angle, باعتبار آخر, from the Haqiqah and the Majaz way. And he's going to say it is Haqiqah and it is Majaz. Haqiqah is the word, when the language that you're using, it actually means exactly, you're using your words exactly how they were placed in the Arabic language. Exactly, you're using them for exactly what they're known as. طيب. مثلا رأيت أسدا. What is the meaning of asad? Lion. صح? If I say to you, مثلا I went on holiday, and I say to I saw a lion. رأيت أسدا. What are you going to think? What is going to come to your mind immediately? That I saw a lion. صح? طيب. If I say to you, رأيت القمر. رأيت القمر. What are you going to think I said? What do you think I mean? I saw the moon. طيب. مثلا طيب. If I say to you رأيت أسدا يخطب. رأيت أسدا يخطب. I saw a lion giving a khutbah. I saw a lion giving a khutbah. What are you going to think? What's going to come to mind? Huh? The imam that's giving the daib. What else? A what? Lion? A brave man. نعم. So if I say رأيت أسدا يخطب or رأيت أسدا على المنبر, then it means I saw a man who was giving a very eloquent, powerful khutbah. Because that's how, what? Strong, that's how lions are. طيب. مثلا اتصلت بي القمر. اتصلت بي القمر. طيب. So مثلا الآن someone's got on their mobile phone, they've got someone stored as qamar. They've got someone stored as qamar. So he's got his wife, her number is saved as qamar. So when the phone rings, it says qamar, qamar, qamar. Right? So it's telling him that qamar is calling you, qamar is calling you, qamar is calling you. Sah? طيب. If you hear this, or if I say to you, اتصلت بي القمر, the moon called me, what are you going to understand from this? What do you understand from this? That the moon up below is calling me on my mobile phone? What are you going to understand from that? طيب, what else? The wife called. What else? طيب, أحسنتم. طيب. لكن, what is the connection between a man's wife calling him and him storing it as qamar? Other than the fact that you're just trying to please her, whatever. لكن, it can mean that his beautiful wife is calling him. That a beautiful woman is calling him. Is that understood? طيب. Like you said here, that a powerful, strong, you mentioned attributes of the lion, didn't you? Same goes here. The qamar is what? Beautiful. So why has he saved her number as qamar? He's saying to her that she is what? Beautiful. طيب. There's alaqa obviously. This side is me using these words as a haqiqah. I'm using asad as a haqiqah, as it is in the Arabic language. طيب. And qamar, I'm using it as it is in the Arabic language. So that's exactly how they are used. These words are used in the Arabic language, and that's, if you go to an Arabic speaking person, that's what you'll understand. Majaz now is a usage of these words in a way which opposes the way that it would normally be used as. So now we're using these words in a way that is different to how it was used, or it is used in the Arabic language. Is that understood? طيب مثلا بحر. Bahar is what? Ocean. طيب. And I say to you مثلا الفوزان حفظه الله بحر. Fawzan is a bahar. Are you going to think Sheikh Fawzan Hafidhullah is an ocean? Like the ocean that 32,000 feet down? La, you're not. So what have I used bahar here? I have used it as a metaphor, as a majazi meaning. There's no reality to it. And the Sheikh is a human being just like us. He's not bahar. Lakin, the usage of this majazan is a metaphor, and it means that this Sheikh is now, he's a alim who has, يعني بحر لا ساحل له, as they say. A alim that has no shores, يعني he's abundant in knowledge. طيب. Who can give me another example?
So is Asad al-Sunnah.
نعم. أسد السنة. فلان أسد السنة. فلان أسد السنة. طيب. He's not a lion, he's not a predator. Lakin, we have now taken an attribute from the Asad and applied it onto this person by saying he's Asad al-Sunnah. He's a lion of the Sunnah. He's protecting the Sunnah. Just like the lion protects his pride.
Let's say if someone puts
نعم حمار. مثلا حمار. Himar is known for being like dumb, right? So that's why they say fulan ajhalu min himari ahli. That you find that in the books. He's dumber than the himar of his family, the domestic himar of his family. Yeah. So himar, if you say fulan, he's himar. Yeah. Akamakumullah. So we're using himar now. We're not saying he's a donkey in his structure. La, we're saying in his what? كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا. He's now dumb. That's what we're saying. واسأل القرية. صح, we're going to get to that. واسأل القرية. مثلا واسأل القرية. What does it mean? Ask the قرية. Ask the town. صح. What is the town made up of? لا. Made up of? لا. Made up of? جدران. Made up of buildings, structures, trees and different things. So if I say اسأل القرية, you're not now going to go to the buildings and the houses and the what? And the trees and the structures. No. It means أهل القرية. اسأل أهل القرية, the people of the قرية. That is majaz, mahdhuf, we're going to get to it inshallah. Like for now, that's what I want you to understand. Sisters, who can give me an example? It's a star student. Also nowadays they call them what? It's like these silly celebrities, they call them what? Stars. صح? Obviously they're not stars, لكن they call them stars. Nujum in Arabic, يعني. Nujum they call them in Arabic. Yeah? Nujum they mean stars, as the sister said. Nujum they mean stars. They obviously don't mean the stars up above. They mean stars. Who could give me another example? Last example. ولدي قلبي or فلان قلبي. نعم. Or you can just save it as قلبي. طيب. And قلبي نعم, يعني the heart is precious to you. Heart is precious. Or you say he's a diamond of a lad. What does that mean? He's a diamond. It means he's a good person, صح? He's a good person. So that is the meaning of الحقيقة والمجاز. يقول الشيخ ابن عثيمين رحمه الله تعالى رحمة واسعة: وينقسم الكلام من حيث استعمال من حيث الاستعمال إلى حقيقة ومجاز. And Kalam splits into two, he says, with regards to how it's used إلى حقيقة as a حقيقة, as a reality, ومجاز as a metaphor. فالحقيقة, the Shaykh says رحمه الله, the حقيقة is, can you see, you following me? طيب. فالحقيقة هي, الحقيقة is, okay. Abdullah, read it out. Read فالحقيقة. Pay attention with me as well, yeah? Pay attention to the book as well. فالحقيقة, حقيقة is what? اللفظ, it is the lafz, the word المستعمل, that is used فيما وضع له, that is used for what it is being placed for, what it has been put down for, what it is known for. So when I say now رأيت أسدا, automatically what will I have used, automatically you're going to think of the animal, the predator, صح? Lakin asad now, I have used it in its normal usage according to the Arabic language. Is that understood? Why? Because this is a hayawan that is muftaris. This is a predator that I saw. Right? There's nothing that comes after it. Because that would be a qarina, and we're going to study that in Majaz. طيب. فخرج. So is that understood? Using a terminology or a word for what it was placed for in the Arabic language, what it has been used for. طيب. المستعمل في معنى مثل, like أسد, like saying أسد للحيوان المفترس. The hunter, the lion, the predator, using أسد for him. فخرج بقولنا المستعمل. So when the Shaykh said in his ta'rif اللفظ المستعمل, that is which is مستعمل, that is used, he says المهمل, the muhmal, that has been disregarded. فلا يسمى حقيقة ولا مجاز. As for something that has been disregarded, and the example he mentioned last week was what? Zayd, but the other way around. Days, that, ya, Zayd. That's not something that is used. It is muhmal. وخرج بقولنا فيما وضع له. So using this word, this lafz, فيما وضع له, in what, or in the usage that it has been placed for in the Arabic language. What does that exclude? What does that exclude? Now I've said رأيت أسدا, I saw a lion. That means the real lion, صح? It is in the Arabic language, an asad is used for the lion that is a predator. So now I've used it in a way that it is used for in the Arabic language. What does that exclude? Majaz. Majaz. Because when I'm saying I saw an asad يخطب, yeah, obviously a person that's on the minbar or a human being, you can't call him a lion. صح? مثلا, if we say an example, جلست مع الأسود, I sat with أسود. If I say to you جلست مع الأسود, or تعشيت, as one of the mashayikh said, تعشيت مع الأسود, I had عشاء, dinner with lions, what does that mean? Huh? A group of good men that were brave, strong and so on. صح? Why can't we say he literally had dinner with lions and lion predators?
He would be dead.
Because he would be the asha, he would be the dinner. That's why. So we can't, there's something that is preventing us from that. So we're now using asad exactly how it's meant to be.